Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to kind of walk you through a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse living quarters. Before we get into this trailer, I want you to know that we are a new Cimarron dealer. We're also a new Logan dealer. We also have a variety of used trailers. We do take trade-ins, so if you're looking to upgrade something, we can visit with you about that. You don't have the hassle of selling your trailer. There's tax savings. We can help you out upgrading you into a new trailer. If you also have a trailer sitting around that you're not using, you want to turn into cash, we'll look at buying your trailer as well. So give us a call and we can help you out with that scenario as well. So let's talk a little bit about this trailer. So this is a brand new living quarters we just got in. These trailers are not lasting long. This is a really great setup here. We'll take a look at the drawing of this trailer. It's kind of just showing you the layout of it. It is a 3-horse living quarters. So this is a 12'8" short wall with a slide out. And then it's also a 3-horse like I mentioned. If you're looking at the dimensions on this trailer, we're looking at 8 foot wide. So you really get the benefits in the LQ. You get some more manger storage by going with the 8 foot wide setup. It is 7'7" tall. And Cimarrons, our standard height is 7'1", and then we go up 6 inches in our LQs or even beyond that on some of the other LQs that we build and some of our extra tall, warm blood type trailers. So we have some height options for you there as well. And then we're talking 27 foot on the floor. So we're talking a slide out trailer, 27 foot. You know, this is a trailer you can get in and out of about anywhere. It's not big by any means, but it's a small package. But boy, when we get in this living quarters that I'll show you here, you'll see what it does by having that slide out in this 12'8". It really opens up this trailer and just gives you a nice setup that we're looking at. So let's take a look at this trailer. Like I mentioned, it's a 12'8" short wall. This is a ProLine XP by Outlaw Conversions. So we here at Transwest, we are an Outlaw dealer. We have been a long time. I think we're one of the oldest standing Outlaw dealers out there in the marketplace. If you've had an Outlaw, you'll understand the quality, how well they hold up. The other thing is your resale value. Whenever we're looking at those trade-in options, one of the very first things we ask on a living quarters is who did the conversion. And if they say Outlaw, boy, our ears really perk up. And the reason why is because the resale value on these trailers is so high, because we understand that there's quality to begin with, and if you take care of that quality, you get a really good return on investment. We feel like we don't put as much into these trailers if they've been cared for compared to some of the other conversion companies as far as when we run them through our shops. But this is a really good setup. Let's take a peek at this trailer because I think you'll be very surprised at the layout and the size of this. So there's going to be 2 of us in here, obviously, me talking and the gentleman running the camera. But I've got the slide out on this trailer, and as you can see, there is a ton of floor space in this trailer. This is a great option from the standpoint of, boy, you could be seated at the seating area here on this sofa sleeper. Someone could be over in the kitchen area. Someone could be, headed to the bathroom, and you're not having to shuffle around each other. So when you get these slide outs, it really opens up the trailer, really helps out the flow. And again, we're not in a massive living quarters by any means. I mean, we're talking a 12'8" here, so nothing crazy big. But let's take a look at this on how it's optioned. Over here in the kitchen area, first thing is we got a microwave. We have a hood vent as well that's directly above a recessed 2-burner cooktop. So by it being recessed with this glass cover, you gain a little bit more counter space. This trailer also, because of this setup here, we get a bigger sink, and we actually get a dual sink, which is extremely popular. We get a lot of good feedback when we have the ability to put larger sinks or even these doubles, because this is a great scenario. You can wash some dishes and have a place for them to dry as well, and you're not having to set them on the counter. But you also have a cover, and then you get a little bit more counter space if you'd like there. As you get up into the nose area, this is a 9-inch Outlaw Flex memory foam mattress. These are really comfortable mattresses. Over to the left up there, you get a flat screen TV. This one here we optioned with 2 TVs. We put one up in the gooseneck area, sleeping area, and then one down here in the living quarters area that I'll show you as well. But when you get into these 12'8", you just gain, quite a bit more storage than the smaller LQs out there. Right here, you get some clothes rods in this cabinet. And then directly behind that, here's our slide out. So again, like I mentioned, it's a sofa sleeper. It's a jackknife style couch that folds down, so you've got a secondary sleeping area here. The other thing is below that, you get some additional storage underneath that couch. That is a great place for, linens, extra pillows, especially for this sleeping area here. It's a smaller area, but you can shove those underneath that couch and have it right there when you go to drop this down and have that additional sleeping area. Before we head into the bathroom, here's that second TV, so another flat screen TV. All these are on arms, so we can release them, pivot them, point them in direction so they're, you can easily see what's on TV. Below that, you're going to have your stereo. It also has a built-in DVD player for that flat screen TV. And the other cool thing that you get when you go to these a little bit bigger, usually about a 10-foot, is you get these larger refrigerators. So this is actually a 7.0 refrigerator and freezer combo. They've gone from a 6.0 to a 7.0 here over the last year, but that's one of the big advantages when you go to this size of a trailer, is you get the larger refrigerator. You're not getting your little dorm fridge that I like to call it. That's our 3.0 cubic that would actually go underneath our cooktop. And then if you do that, you lose all this additional storage as well with these pull-out drawers here. And then as you go to the bathroom, one of the very cool things is on this is you have the pocket door, which the pocket doors are absolutely fantastic from the standpoint of now we're not having to swing this door one way or the other, having to step around it. It just slides right into that wall, pins down, secure for you going down the road. Again, it's just taking advantage of some really good areas and just keeping this trailer flowing extremely well. The bathroom is where you're going to gain a little bit more space as well. This right here, when you get into this 12.8 compared to like the 10-foot or the 10'8" setups that they offer, here you're gaining a little bit more space. They kind of split that additional 2 foot, a little bit here in the living quarters and then a little bit in the bathroom. And by doing that, the toilet is completely out of the way of the bathroom vanity. I mean, you can stand in front of the vanity, get ready. You're not having to hover over that toilet. Then from there, you have a pass-through door that goes into the stall area. And then you've got a big closet back there that's going to have dual clothes rods in it as well. And in there is actually going to be storage of our table with a collapsible leg and a base for it, so you can sit out here at this sofa sleeper and eat on a table there. You've got your skylight that's got an electric vent on it, so we can pull air in, pull air out. And also it gives you a lot of natural lighting in there too. And then there's also a skylight in the shower itself, in that radius shower. It's not as big of a problem for me. I'm not overly tall, but you get into some individuals that are 6'2", 6'3", 6'5". It makes a big difference by having that skylight up there just to give you a little bit more headroom. But then, like I mentioned, it's we're pulling some natural lighting from that skylight as well. And here's a good look at this closet. And there's our base for the table. Behind that is the leg and the actual table itself. But dual clothes rods. You can get a lot of items in this small package by the way that they've got it set up. The other thing on this trailer, and I'll show you outside, but this does have an electric awning, And then over here is our controls for this trailer is equipped with an Onan 4000 gas generator. So we can operate the generator from right here. That way you're not having to go outside, go up top. Again, you can just operate it from right here, run everything you need to on this trailer from the generator itself. So if you're going into some backcountry, you get somewhere late and you're parked, you know, clearing the North 40 and can't get to power, you can at least turn this on, run your AC, do everything you need to there. Here's control for our actual slide out itself. So this is a Liftco electric slide. The electric slides have come a long way over the years. They're really, really popular and have been, you know, used extensively in the camper and RV world. And they have come a long way. We like them because it's a little bit smaller footprint as far as the side frames that we need to. When you get into the hydraulic slides, it just takes a little bit more room for the bracing and the framework. So this we can get into these smaller packages and get you a slide out because of that. So we get outside here. Like I mentioned, it's got an electric awning. It's got a little bit of a breeze today. I didn't want to roll it out. It does have some exterior lighting underneath the awning as well. That comes standard on these trailers now. You've also got some exterior speakers, waterproof speakers, you know, an outlet out here. So there you can, this is a great place to entertain. You'll find yourself probably with a lot of these trailers actually hanging outside quite a bit. We've noticed that over the years as a lot of people are doing more stuff on the outside of the trailer. So, you know, give you something comfortable. You can listen to music, you know, roll that awning out, you know, be comfortable out here. And maybe you've got something you want to plug in, electrical, you've got some outlets out here for that as well. Now there's a couple things that we always try to do and kind of put our own little stamp on trailers, but this is one of my favorite features that we've been doing on a lot of trailers, and that's the amber turn signal. You know, this is a very basic option that we're doing, but I really like it from the standpoint of this will work as an indicator light. So when you use your turn signals, it will flash. When you hit your brakes, it'll indicate. And it also works as an additional marker light. I mean, that's a big light there. And to be honest, a lot of people don't pay attention to trailers as much as we that pull trailers would like them to. So just giving them, you know, just a little bit more heads up, hey, I'm trying to get over, or hey, I'm just braking, or hey, this trailer's right next to you, that bigger light. This is something we're doing on all of our living quarters. Anything that we do kind of 8 foot wide, even our trainer trailers, when you get into our show cattle trailers, you know, show lamb and pig trailers, we like to do that turn signal. It's a small option, but we feel it's got some definite safety benefits for you. And boy, it is kind of nice to look down the mirror and see that one big marker light there as well, just for kind of knowing where you're at on the road as you're going down. Now let's talk. This trailer is equipped with 2 7,000-pound rubber torsion Dexter axles. We will take this trailer to get weighed officially today. We have an official weight of the trailer when it left Cimarron, but as it goes to Outlaw and has that ProLine XP conversion put in it, we're going to go ahead and get an official weight. So we'll have that on the website here probably later today. But 2 7,000 rubber torsion Dexter axles, like I mentioned. Aluminum wheels are standard. These are 16-inch wheels. These are 14-ply tires. So we've upgraded the tires on this trailer. We like doing that. We'd rather have you a little bit more tire underneath these trailers than what comes standard. These are balanced and they're nitrogen filled. So a company that Cimarron uses, Lion's Head, that they get their wheels and tires from, again, they do the balance, they do the nitrogen filled. Nitrogen filled, there's kind of a misconception. A lot of people ask us, hey, if something happens and I need to put air to it, am I allowed to do that, or do I have to go find nitrogen? You can put air to these. If you have a slow leak, you know, you catch a nail or something like that, and you can put air to it and then get where you need to go, get the tire repaired. But a lot of tire shops actually have the nitrogen filled there. Just request that. And what the benefits of that nitrogen filled is, it's not allowing PSI levels to fluctuate drastically like air. So here in Colorado, we have really hot days, really cool nights here in the summertime, you know, so we're dealing with potential of temperature changes that can then affect the PSI levels that'll cause blowouts. Now, the other thing too is the nitrogen-filled tires are used on airplanes, so think about that for a second. Think about the temperature differences they're going through, and then the altitude differences they're going through. So they definitely see the benefits, and that's what they do on those. So we've incorporated it on these tires as well. The other cool thing is with that vendor, if you do have a blowout, if you catch road debris even, if you have a catch-a-nail that can't be patched, you can take some pictures of the codes on the sidewall of this tire and you turn them into Lion's Head, and within a couple days you'll have a new tire. You have a 1-year, no questions asked warranty. So it is from the day you purchase it, that coverage starts. I don't think there's any other vendor out there that'll offer you that type of warranty. I mean, no questions asked. You catch road debris, you know, if it was not your fault at all, or had that blowout, or caught that nail and it got into the sidewall, it can't be patched, they'll get you a new tire. You also get 2 years of roadside assistance. So none of us like to be stuck on the side of the road changing a tire, but you do have that 2 year of roadside assistance, which you're enrolled in again the day that you purchase the trailer. One of the other options that we did on this trailer here is typically they come with standard 3 bus windows. You know, again, in Colorado, we're not dealing with the heat and humidity. You know, ours is a dry heat. I mean, I think we were pushing 100 yesterday, but we try to create some airflow through these trailers, you know, keeping the horses nice and comfortable. So on this one here, we optioned for 2 drop windows, a drop window at 1 and 3, just to kind of create a little bit more airflow. Now, these are an upgrade, so they cost a little bit more to do, but it is a really popular option that we've been doing on a lot of our trailers here. Really, really simple to just make that check mark on the option sheet. And again, I'll show you when we get in the inside of this trailer what that does and some of the other things we've done to try to create a comfortable environment for our horses. We'll kind of take a step back and I'll give you a kind of a side shot, because you're going to have a 6-foot sheeted hay rack, and behind it there's our generator. So we have a generator box with a platform on this trailer. I'll show you the ladder here when we get done with the stall area. But again, that generator's up, it's out of the way. Again, you can fire this up anywhere and do anything you want as far as in that living quarters itself. So here's the business end of this trailer. Again, 8 foot wide. So we've got the dual 50/50 doors. To the left is our folding rear tack. Since it's a 3-horse, you're gonna have standard 3 saddle pads on a removable post. These are adjustable, so we can move them up and down, lock them into place where we want them. If you want to add additional, if you want to add some blanket poles to that post, you can do that. On the door itself is a 4-tier swing out blanket pole rack. It's on a gas shock. And then you've got a brush tray below it for kind of those smaller miscellaneous items. Now, these folding rear tack trailers are extremely popular because now this trailer has the potential to be a dual purpose trailer. Sometimes our customers want to haul horses, sometimes they want to haul some toys. So we can remove this post, collapse this down, open up our dividers, and load your toys in there. If you are looking at something like this trailer and go, boy, that is exactly what I want, but I wish it had a rear ramp, that's very easy for us to do. We have ramps on hand. We remove the rubber bumper and it attaches to the back and folds up over the doors. That way, if you have a horse that prefers loading, unloading on a ramp, or you want to load those toys, now you have that ramp on this trailer, and very easy to load and unload items like that. Got a butt bar for safety. Padded dividers. And I'll show you on these dividers as well, we did the airflow, the jail bars over the shoulder and then on the head grills as well. So I know you can't tell, again, there is a breeze today, but as we get in this trailer now, there's a cross breeze going through here, and it is so much cooler in this trailer right now. And it's a combination of a lot of things. So let's talk about that. We have drop windows on the head wall. We've got some drop windows with the bus window at stall 2, and then on the rear door, we have 2-way roof vents, but then we also have the standard insulated roof that Cimarron puts on every single trailer. So let's talk about that a little bit. That will make a massive difference in this stall area temperature. It is reinforced, it's a honeycomb design, it's a 1/2 inch thick, has an R3 thermal value. I mean, this trailer will stay about 20% cooler than our aluminum sheeted roofs. I love to take customers on a real hot day when it's 95, almost 100 degrees on this asphalt, and take them to a manufacturer that has an aluminum roof on a horse trailer that's all sealed up, and have them step in it. And then walk them over to a Cimarron and have them step in that, and you will notice a massive difference in just that stall temperature just because of that roof itself. It's also strong. Because of the honeycomb design, the thickness of it, I can walk on these roofs and it will not dent it. We know it'll take substantial hail, so you're not having the blemishes of hail dings like our aluminum sheeted roofs. When you get in them, you're like, oh man, this trailer's definitely been in hail country and it got hailed on. It will take substantial hail to do any damage to these Cimarron roofs. The divider at one is a stud divider, which I'm a big fan of, because this is also equipped with a escape door on stall one as well. So we have an escape door and then a pass-through door going to the LQ. So with this stud divider, we can use this first stall maybe as a mudroom, kick off some dirty boots, step right into the bathroom. Or if you're not hauling 3 head, you can haul your 2 head or 1 head behind it and use this for additional storage. Hay, muck buckets, any type of bedding, your cooler, chairs, anything like that. We don't have to worry about items getting underneath the horses in transit because of that stud divider and that extension. Or if you've got a problem child that needs to stay up here, it'll protect those other horses behind it. And the other thing I want you to notice is everything has a radius to it. All these upright jail bars, the dividers itself, nothing has a sharp 90-degree angle. I mean, everything has a radius to it, so it's nice and smooth. You see the welds on everything. It's just beautiful work that those guys at the factory do down there at Cimarron. The fit and finish on these trailers is unbelievable. And then if we look like at this kick wall over here, these paddle latches are recessed. It's an aluminum piece, cast piece that's powder coated, and then we have a heavy UHMW paddle itself. What's great about that too is we don't have metal to metal contact right here, so it's not going to rattle and clank and bang. If it was metal to metal, it'd create a lot more noise in here that the horses are going to have to deal with. But easy to release, easy to shut. Again, nothing protruding out. And even as simple as the wheel wells in here. I've seen on a lot of trailers where the wheel well will come up and it's a 90-degree and it'll shoot straight over the wall. They taper back here behind them as well. So again, we're just trying to create some radiuses and nothing really sharp and sharp angles to these trailers. We're standing on the industry's best floor. It is a 12-inch extruded piece. That deck board has 4-inch centers with a truss in it. Anywhere a horse is standing on this floor, they're standing on a support beam. So if you take care of this floor, it'll last you forever. And by taking care of it, I mean pull your mats at least once a year, depending on how much you're using it, but at least once a year. Pull these mats, power wash it out. The best thing to do is nose this trailer up, hop in through the escape door, and blow everything out the back of the trailer. But go ahead, power wash it out. That way you can assess the floor at that point, just making sure everything looks good. Go to your local grocery store or anything like that and get you some baking powder and go ahead and sprinkle it down, and it'll counteract the acidity of the urine. I always feel like I need double for the area than it actually takes. So I always look at it and go, oh, I can probably get by with this many boxes, and I usually end up having to double it. But then after you power wash it and assess it, let it completely dry, sprinkle that down, put your mats back in, and you're good to go. But again, once a year, that is a good thing to do. Typically if you do it kind of at the end of your show season, if you do have that type of a scenario, you do it at the end. That way you're ready to go for when you get fired up and ready to go down the road on the next season. I'm going to shut this left-hand door here because I want to show you this ladder going up top. And it was interesting because one of my coworkers the other day, we got a trade in, and it had a bolt-on ladder on the side, and she climbed up there to go look at the roof and see what was up there. And because of that bolt on, she goes, oh my goodness, this is really steep and kind of sketchy crawling up the side of this trailer. But what Cimarron's done is this is an option that we like to put on these trailers, and that's the easy angle ladder. Because if you've ever crawled up a ladder on the side of a house or something like that, this is a lot simpler to crawl up this rather than going straight up the side of the trailer. I know I've hit my shins on a couple bolt-on ladders when it's maybe a little bit wet and you're trying to go straight up the side of it. Where this bolt-on option is really simple to use, makes that transition going up and down really easy. Now, one thing that you have to do is, because of these rubber sockets down here, I always tell everybody, set it on there, step on it, pull it down, just lock it into place, and they're ready to go down the road. You know, it's secure. Now, maybe you say, hey, I've got a bolt-on ladder on my trailer. That's a pretty slick design. I'd like to have that on my trailer. Our parts and service department can get these for you and put it on any trailer. So that's an option that we can do for you here as well. Driver's side, I mentioned in that stall area the drop windows. Again, we've got those down. The jail bars as well, they can be dropped. You just pick up on your feed door, find that sweet spot up there, and they will drop down. Now we can maybe throw some water up in here when you're stopped, additional feed, just let them poke their head out if you want. If you want the screens to go over these jail bars, we can get those for you as well. But these feed doors are massive. This is all framework around these. So we're not dealing with a prefab window that has the potential to break and extremely lightweight. Everything on these Cimarrons is real heavy duty. They shut extremely well. On these newer models, you're also getting a drip rail that's actually built into that extrusion. So it's not like a piece that they've just welded on. They're actually building that piece and having it extruded where they get their aluminum from, and that is built specifically for, you know, door frames, above feed doors, above access doors. So that's really important, because now if we do get some moisture, again, let's talk about Colorado. I mean, we can have some really cold nights and warm days. That sun gets out and melts a lot of snow, and it starts coming off these trailers. It can get into these frames, and overnight when it freezes, you can't get them open. You know, they got to get warmed up before we can open anything up, and that will help get all that water and that moisture away from those door frames itself. And then you've got mangers at 2 and 3 on this setup because it's a 3-horse. And the other thing here is you're also getting our fill for our gas generator. So you can fuel your pickup, pull up to the pump, and then fill that up with gas. And they do a really good design on not eating too much of our manger space with that fuel tank itself. They try to keep it tucked back in that corner. But again, everything has, you know, just customer ease at mind. Again, fuel your pickup up, pull up to the pump, everything's on the same side. This way, maybe you don't have to take fuel cans with you if you don't have to. Maybe you are going to some backcountry where you want to carry some additional, you can do that. But this will last you quite a while by filling that tank up. There's also a drop window in the access door at stall 1. Again, we can use that first stall for some additional storage if we want. We decided to put the fold-up step on it. It just makes it really easy getting in and out of these trailers by having these steps on them. It's an easier transition from going flat-footed on the ground up and over these ledges of the door frame itself. Here's the exterior of that lift-go electric slide out. You also have that retractable awning that goes over the slide, so that goes in and out with the trailer as well. If we'll take kind of a step back here, and let's look at this area right here where the gray holding tank is and our black tank, our sewage tank. And what you'll notice is there's not a lot of plumbing for those valves sitting at the bottom of the trailer hanging down. Cimarron and Outlaw have done a good job on making these trailers to where we can get those tanks up underneath the trailers, trying to keep all that, again, all that hardware up underneath so we're not, you know, potentially dragging on things. Now, I'll never say never. I mean, there is always that that scenario that does happen, but compared to a lot of other manufacturers, you'll look at some and you look right here and your valves are literally hanging down on the trailer, so you have to be very, very careful of those type of setups. But again, these guys do a great job on trying to get everything up underneath the trailer itself. Now, because this trailer has a slide out, it is equipped with dual jacks. Anytime we do a Cimarron that has a slide, we like to do the dual jacks just from a stability standpoint. You can also, when you're going to hook this trailer up, if you're not exactly square underneath the ball, you can actually kind of walk it onto the ball by having the dual switches on it as well, so you can run them individually. But you can manually override the system as well. So if you can get an emergency situation, you can hand pump this trailer on or off your truck. We upgraded to the dual 30-pound bottles rather than the 20s that come standard. Again, we understand it's not very fun having to go change those all the time. Let's give you a little bit more capacity. That's an option we've upgraded to there. Above that, you'll notice an aluminum battery box, dual batteries. Battery cutoff is under there as well. But like I mentioned, this is a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse LQ. It is a 12.8 Pro Line XP by Outlaw Conversions. If you want to stick around, Marlon is going to be doing a video on this Freightliner hauler here in a little bit. So if you're in the market for a hauler, they've got new, they get some used in here. They also have some used pickups as well that they can help you out with. But I'm going to give you the stock number on this trailer, because if you're interested in it, or you say, man, that's perfect, I want it in a 4-horse, though, we've got one coming, so we can reference this and we can help you out on the 4-horse that we got coming as well. But the stock number on it is 5N201262. Again, a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse LQ, 12'8" Pro Line XP by Outlaw Conversions. So we appreciate you tuning in this morning. If you have any questions on this trailer, anything else we have available, anything we have on order, we've got a lot of trailers on order, a lot of trailers that are still at a process where you can make some tweaks. Maybe you can pick out your own colors for your LQ, or we can talk about a customization and build you exactly what you want. So give us a shout. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.